Hey guys, it's KyoRu. Today I thought I would do a story time for you and tell some stories about me and my faintingness. So I faint a lot, yeah. Those of you who know me really well know that, and have probably been around me whenever I fainted at least once. So yeah. On to the first story. My dad, we live on quite a bit of land, a farm. We have a fairly long driveway. So my dad was on the tractor on his way to the neighbor's house, and so I decided to follow him on my bicycle. And I got down our driveway perfectly fine. We have a gravel driveway, and I was used to riding on it. And by the time, I was almost to the end of our driveway, he was quite a bit ahead of me, and so I started panicking. I don't know why. It was just my neighbors. I could have gotten there with my eyes closed. I don't know why I was panicking, but I started to panic, oh my gosh, my dad is leaving me. I had to catch up to him. And so I started pedaling faster on the road, and he was turning in, and I turned in behind him, and I was pedaling and concentrating on him, and I did not see this big rock in front of me, and I hit the rock. The bicycle went head over heels over top of me. I hit the ground. The wheel was spinning really fast, and my knee got caught in the spokes of the wheel and tore my knee up. So my knee was bleeding everywhere, and I don't do good with blood. Blood is not my thing. As you will find out in later stories. But anyway, so my knee was bleeding. I felt like an idiot. And my bike was all bent up. The wheel's all bent up now, because hitting a rock kind of does that to bicycle wheels. So he got me on the tractor with him. We put my bicycle in the bucket of the tractor, and we started heading home. And my knee was bleeding really bad, and I was standing up next to him on the tractor, and he was holding on to me. And so he saw my knee bleeding, so he took his shirt off and wrapped it around my knee and held on to it to try and not get blood everywhere. And then I saw the blood-soaked shirt, and that was about the last thing I remember. I passed out while on the tractor. I don't know what he did. I don't know how he because I was standing up on the tractor, and I probably fell on top of him or something. I don't really remember what happened after that, but yeah, so here's one of my stories. My next story that I have for you is really stupid that I fainted because of this. But yeah, so as I said before, I don't like blood or anything that has to do with the human body or how it works, or skin, or just getting down to the nitty-gritty of how the human body works. I don't like that. It disgusts me. I was homeschooled, so I did biology with a DVD plan that was all just drawn out animals. You didn't actually have to see the guts yourself. I would have puked and fainted a bajillion times if I had to actually be in the lab and tearing apart it. Oh. Anyway, so my next story is we were at a restaurant. It was after school, and we were with some of our friends, and I was with my sister's group of friends, but they're all older than me, and there wasn't really anybody my age, so I was hanging out with them. And one of them started telling a story about, it was a make-believe story of, she had a bracelet that she wore all the time, and it was turning her.
Got a burp. Oh my gosh.
So she was telling a story about her bracelet that she wore all the time. It was turning her wrist green, and so she was making up a story, as she usually did, of like that this was actually a disease that like is going to end up like gnawing through her skin, and her arm is gonna fall off, and like all this gross stuff. And I was getting grossed out, being me, and so I went over to my mom and I'm like, hey mom, I'm about to pass out. And I passed out in the restaurant there because of a story that was make-believe right on the spot. Like, so I'm not, yeah. Fainting! Woo. So that was my second story. It wasn't really much, but it just goes to show you how easily I pass out. So yeah. And my last story that I have for you today, I was in a venturing crew, which is like Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, or Boy Scouts, but for both genders. And I'm not an outdoorsy person or a like venturing crew worthy person. I was only in there honestly because my sister was, so yeah. And so we were training for our for first aid, so that we could get our like certificate that says that we're qualified to do first aid and stuff like that. So all my friends were, or a lot of my friends were in that venturing crew also, and so we were taking the class thing, and then they turned out all the lights and were showing us a video of, it was fake obviously, but it was really disgusting because they showed like a piece of glass in someone's arm and it was just like bleeding everywhere, and you could partially see the bone, just like all this. It was really disgusting, and being me, like I was getting kind of queasy, and so like this was my best faint ever by far because the lights were out, nobody was really paying attention. My sister was right next to me and she's used to me fainting, so she was fine with it, and I didn't even fall over in the chair or anything. Like my head fell, but I didn't fall over or anything. And so Ellie was like, oh, she passed out, it's fine, she didn't fall over, I don't need to do anything, it's fine, she does this. But the guy who was in charge of, like, one of the head people of the venturing crew turned and he's like, oh my gosh, did she fall asleep? I'm talking to my sister. And my sister's like, no, she just passed out, it's fine though. And he's like, oh my gosh, she passed out. And so they were like, oh my gosh, what do we do? What do we do? Well, we're in a first aid class, so this is a perfect opportunity. Everybody turn the lights on and like do all this stuff. Like, someone fainted, we need to help them. This is a perfect opportunity. No, it's not. Anyway, so I woke up whenever they were moving me from the chair to the ground, to laying down. So I was in midair and I woke up, everyone was surrounding me, and I was just like, oh crap, what just happened? I fainted and now they're panicking. What do I do? Like, I just want to be alone. I just want to like get out of here. Just like book it, get out of here. And so yeah, that happened. Passing out is not a reason to panic, people, okay? Like, especially if it's me passing out. If you're ever around me whenever I pass out, don't freaking care, please. Like, anyway, but I did end up getting my first aid certificate thing. I don't know how. I wasn't there for the rest of the class after that, so yeah. But anyway, so those were my stories. I don't know if they'll be entertaining to you, but that's all that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it somehow. I hope they might have made you laugh or just be like, you're a freaking weirdo. Anyway, so please subscribe. I make videos every Wednesday/Thursday, and I also make daily vlogs on my vlogging channel, so check that out. Please subscribe to both. I'm on social media, so follow me there. Links in the description. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day. Bye! I'm not good at telling stories, by the way.